it's me. Today we're checking out some very cool things that I learned on TikTok. How to get the perfect round cookie. I thought they were gonna use the cup like a cookie cutter, but no, they just put it over it while the cookie is fresh out the oven, still warm, and then you shake it up. Oh, that is the most perfectly round cookie. I cannot believe that worked. But I guess while it's still hot and steamy, like you just mix it up and get the perfect shape. I'm trying this.
You're in for a treat today. What you're seeing above is a baby on MRI at 27 weeks gestation. What this MRI shows, which I haven't shown you before, but is a good reminder about something.
What's wrong with the baby?
Is that babies swallow amniotic fluid. If you look carefully, you'll see the baby open their mouth many times.
I
and
don't
what
like
is
that.
that amniotic fluid. The amniotic fluid goes into their stomach, is digested, goes through their kidneys, and is peed out and becomes amniotic fluid again. Bro,
nothing about this was a treat. I got to see a kid howl like Godzilla. Like, this is terrifying. It's like a little Titan fetus waiting to be born, casually drinking mom's juice. You mean the umbilical cord isn't a straw? This is what a nightmare feels like. How can you possibly make a video of what a nightmare feels like? Oh, whoa, we were not this high up a second ago. Back up, oh no. So that looks like a backyard, right? I thought we just fell down one flight of stairs. No, it's too high. Okay, in my nightmare, I would have been the ladder, and then I start falling, and then I just wake up. Oh, those are the worst. When you're asleep and you feel like you're falling, oh, very bad feeling. This is the best travel hack I've ever seen. I had no idea that pillows fly for free. So you have your carry-on, your other bag, and then you can bring a pillow with you, and that doesn't count. But the pillow is actually stuffed with extra clothes. Whoever figured this out, genius. Oh, until they decide to search your pillow. Ma'am, are you gonna put those clothes in your carry-on? I would just hate to get caught. I don't know why I never realized to bring a pillow to the airport. So much comfier. We're always watching. Hold on a second. That is the Target checkout. You mean there is a little gap where the employees can just sit and watch everybody without us knowing? Because I've never noticed this. And now that I know your hiding spot, next time I go to Target, I'll be looking. Might even throw something up there. Payback for the time I turned around and pulled out my wedgie. They were watching. Cannot believe this. I used to think oil rigs are like small ocean buildings, like this, right? No, what they actually are. What's underneath that tiny little building? Oh, whoa! They take this ginormous thing, put it on a boat. I am speechless. It is higher than the Empire State Building and the Eiffel Tower. No way! Some things are just simply too big. This will never not be entertaining to me. There is a printing boob that presses itself on the paint and then onto the plate to create the design. In this case, it's strawberries. What is this thing made of? Is this how they do everything? Like, I thought they hand drew the lines on my fine china from Walmart. No, it was this. The bulb movie strikes again. It's just so satisfying, like how it goes in and then now do it on my head. Oh, another one inside a baking dish this time. Oh, that was perfect. Good job. You're doing great. Hey, this one ain't shaped like a boob. This one look like a leak in your ceiling. Also, does this factory only have one of them, or y'all got like 20 of these things just plopping up and down in the paint from pink to plate? One of the mysteries of the world. This is how they make cold pressed juice. So they take whatever juice you want to juice, and you know, normally you have to like plug in a machine, put the juice in, and it like grinds it, separating the pulp from the juice. But this is exactly what the name implies. Cold pressed juice. You're using a cold machine. There's no heat, no electricity, and you're just pressing it until the juice comes out. And then you have a pineapple pancake. Eat it. And there you go. Cold pressed pineapple juice. So you're basically drinking the pineapple's tears. When you come home to a flooded basement and your wife tells you to use Orbeez, so you use all of them. And you're probably thinking, wait, his basement is flooded. What's the point of using Orbeez? It's because they start out as beads and they absorb all the water, and that's how they get so big. I never have thought to use Orbeez for a flood. Yes, they would soak up all the water, but then you gotta clean up the Orbeez, or you got a whole playpen full of them. So when the Orbeez have absorbed most of the water, hey, they got a lot more absorbing to do. You just scoop them up with a dustpan, throw them away, floor dry. Those are some thirsty balls. This is a really smart airport hack.
Hi, it looks like you bumped me from this flight I was supposed to be on. Yeah, we overbooked it. Basically, we sold more tickets than seats on the plane, and to our surprise, everyone showed up. What can be done? We'll try to get you on the next flight in a few hours, but there's nothing else I can do, sorry. She has no idea I follow Erica. Watch this.
She doesn't know I know this hack! Watch this!
Actually, I've read the terms. This is called involuntary denied boarding, and in this case, I'm eligible for compensation. Okay, how much money do you want? Well, it depends. When's the next flight you can get me on? It leaves in 3 hours. According to the Department of Transportation, since the next flight you can get me on results in over a 2-hour delay, I'm entitled to 4 times the cost of my one-way fare. I paid $250 for the one-way fare, so that'll be $1,000. Ugh, fine. We'll get you your $1,000 and I'll book you on the next flight.
You can get 4 times the amount you paid for your ticket if they overbook for your flight. I had no idea. Now that's on being a smart Karen that actually reads the fine print. Because me, they gave me half of what I paid and spit in my face. They didn't actually, but might as well have. Because the level of disrespect through the roof. Thanks, Erica. All y'all who need a little extra help in math, this percent trick will change your life.
Here it's asking for 7% of 106.
Okay.
All we should do is
Very
get our 2
difficult to
numbers,
calculate.
so 7 and 106, and multiply them. So we have 7 times 106, that's 742. And then grab the decimal at the end of that, move it 2 places over to get your answer.
So you just multiply them and then move the decimal place. Why don't they teach us shortcuts like this in school? Y'all make me sin cosine, find x, make me figure out how many melons fit in the backseat of Lucy's Range Rover. This is what we should be learning.
Gorgeous, gorgeous girls go surfing even when it's cold. Gorgeous, gorgeous girls go surfing even if it's minus 20.
I was gonna be like, how cold? That's cold, minus 20 degrees. Girl, is your face okay? Because those strands of hair aren't. Hair froze. Eyelashes froze. I hope that suit is keeping you warm. At least there's nobody else at the beach. When we say water your cactus, this is not what we mean. Don't just water it a little bit. Drown it. Literally dunk it in the water. I recently found this out. And I'm like, oh, no wonder my cacti keep dying. Like, what am I doing wrong? Desert plants that you're not supposed to water so often, maybe like once a month. But when you do water them, you drown them. I've killed a lot of plants, so don't take my advice too seriously. You wanna know something funny? Every time I go to my friend's house, she has all these beautiful, lush plants. I'm like, wow, you must be really good at taking care of your plants. She's like, no, I just replace them every time they die. I'm sorry, what? She made homemade chocolate. She made homemade chocolate. This right here is a cacao pod.
You're supposed to ferment the seeds for 7 days.
Where you get one of those from?
It's been 7 days since I fermented
Ooh!
these cacao seeds.
I bet it stinks.
I'm gonna transform this spoiled, rotten, fermented cacao seeds. And
How you turn seeds into chocolate is what I'm wondering. Oh, when you bake them.
12 minutes.
Then they start to get their color.
These outer shells.
Crush
you're
'em up?
left with cacao nibs.
Oh, it's looking like cacao nibs. Yeah,
I blended the cacao
yeah.
nibs with some sugar and then
Those are
added
the
a little bit
ones.
of coconut oil and blended it again. Freeze for about 30 minutes, and there you have real homemade dark chocolate.
I cannot imagine how delicious and satisfying it would be to make your own chocolate from scratch. From the dang cacao pod. Where you get one of those? Whole Foods don't even got one of those. Thanks, Jeffrey Bezos.
That voice that TikTok uses, that's me.
That's
Don't
him.
believe me. Watch this.
No way.
I used to do a lot of illegal things, but I switched to selling farts in jars.
Wait, is it actually him? I can't tell.
That voice that TikTok uses, that's me.
He could be trolling and I wouldn't know because that's the TikTok voice. Sometimes I forget that these voices belong to real people, but allegedly that is him. I think this is a good time to let you know that I don't like your voice. I'm so sorry. It just sounds very passive aggressive or like you're trying to sell me something. I don't know. This is a video recorded from space showing how they sleep, and then somehow I'm watching this and I'm like, I don't believe it. This doesn't look like space to me. You're in a zero gravity room at NASA, so they don't have beds. They have little pods. In space, you technically can't lay down. You're forever floating.
We don't fly all over the place. But you know, you can sleep in any orientation. I have it sleeping, feeling like I'm standing up right now, but like you saw, I'm on the floor, but it doesn't matter if I turn over and I sleep upside down. I can't have it, I don't have any sensation in my head that tells me that I'm upside down.
Oh,
so
that's
it really
weird. I can't imagine floating and trying to fall asleep. Like you're not flat on something. Yeah, we're gonna be up all night until the sun comes up. Wait a minute.
As you can see, we've got a couple little toys. I've got some books. I've got some clothes and other things that make it sort of like home.
That's not home. You're in a spaceship. I don't know. This whole thing is just very suspicious to me.
So this is why you shouldn't do what this woman did.
Kill cockroaches? Or slap that bad boy with a shoe. Ugh, when a bug is that big, I let him outside. Cockroaches, when you... It's too much gunk. I should put them in a box, collect them. Give it to my enemy as a gift. That's not a bad idea.
When you actually smack a cockroach with a shoe or whatever, you're actually gathering all the cockroach eggs on the object you hit the cockroach with, which means more of them will appear eventually.
So she was saying how you do get rid of them? Dish soap. Can't you just like spray them? Insect repellent? Crazy how you can just like clap the mother. Children spawn 9 months later. Oh, wham bam, you got a roach infestation, man. As a former amusement park employee, don't aim for the middle of the bucket, aim for the bottom. This is the only game that I'm actually good at that I've won prizes. Also, I get very close to the bucket and I aim for the bottom. Because if you aim for the middle, it's just gonna bounce back at you. You gotta aim for like the bottom of the rim. You can't let the balls bounce. Amusement park games are such scams, but I'ma still play them. This is very satisfying. How to make a bait, you know, for like fish. Whoa. Did you see how they took the little rubber band and just like clip that? Like you just open it up and then pull it off the little pointy thing? Bait. Time to catch some fishies. You know these blue round dots on your toothbrush? When they start to fade away, that's when you know it's time to change your toothbrush. That crusty old thing has been in your mouth twice a day for the past 6 months. Replace it. Did I swallow them? Where did they go?
These shoe holes on Converse shoes are actually lace holes in case your shoelaces get too long.
I thought it was so your feet could breathe. I was wrong. Those cute little Chinese takeout boxes, they actually come apart so that you can use them as a plate. I took the chopsticks, eat straight out of the box. I didn't know they were collapsible. But anyways, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button in the face and comment below. Let me know what you learned. And make sure you turn on notifications. Click, click. And make sure you subscribe to join the Wolf Pack. Ow! I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.